Are we going? We going? We got both of us right there. All right. I don't want this mic too far in my face. Right? We good?
Oh, it does go up. All right.
Yeah, you can get that joint. That joint. Let me get my book down. Whenever you ready, Philly.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm gonna close the door.
All right.
You ready, Ivan?
Yeah, I'm waiting on you.
All right, we ready. We getting ready to go
Let's do it. Now, you want to get more in the middle, or we do right here in front of
No,
this
the
thing?
it's the camera right here,
right.
and is the back one on too, Philly?
Huh?
The back one on too?
Yeah, this camera.
You got everything? Oh, okay. Now plus you
Right
can see
there.
how we looking right there. We
Where?
good, we good.
Okay.
In
All right.
the back,
I see
in the
it.
back. You
I
see it?
it.
Do you
All
see
right.
it?
You let me know when.
We ready. We
We
ready.
just ride it out until my battery dies.
No problem. And listen. I'm the main one that gets you. Like I'm ready, Philly. I'm the main one.
All right. I'll make sure.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, we're going live in 3, 2, live.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Controversy Show with Reno Prestige. My special guest tonight is the comedian, the spoken word artist, the up-and-coming icon and legend, Mr. Ivan Cortez, also known as
Bumpity bump.
Bumpity Bump in the building.
house.
Bumpity Bump is in the building.
Yeah.
Listen, man. I figured with everything that we had going on, as you know, I had a. Am I on? As you know, I had a.
Am I on here?
We on? Check.
I can hear.
Mic check. Oh, I gotta bring it
I
closer.
can hear.
All right. As you know, Ivan, and I know you wasn't able to attend because you was, doing a show. I don't have a problem with that. Get your coin, right? So recently was my launch, right? My business launch, as you can see.
I seen.
Got my t-shirts.
Congratulations.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Right.
And I'm gonna tell y'all, look, my audience, I'm very candid with my audience, right? They know how I do, they know where I come from, they know my struggles, right? So they know about my recovery process and everything, okay?
All
like
right.
I'm real candid
All
with
right,
them.
good.
So this man was here with me in the beginning.
In the beginning. The very first stages.
The very first stages, and I was not nice.
Reno's still not nice, y'all.
I was not a nice. It was not a nice thing. You know what I mean?
But we was there for each other and had each other's back.
And that's what I'm saying. And I need to get some water. When Philly come back, we'll get some water because it's hot as
It's
hot as balls.
degrees out. Y'all got
Yeah,
that
I might have
heater.
to open up
and
that
then
door.
y'all got it on super hell heat hot. they got two settings. They got all and hellfire. For real, that's crazy.
Oh my God, yo! The thing is, right? Tonight is like the last Friday before the holiday.
Right.
So I wanted to have some fun. I wanted to have some fun tonight.
Okay.
Everybody say, "Oh, Reno, you all serious," and and I am. I can be because that's my job. But at the same time, when I do get silly, it's nice to have an actual comedian in the building to make me laugh. Right now, let me tell y'all about y'all. Gotta listen. You gotta be slick, and you gotta listen fast to catch up to Ivan. He's quick. He has a quick wit, right? A very quick wit. Now I'm gonna let you introduce yourself, right? And I want you to make sure you mention the book, all your platforms. I want you to do all of that, so that the audience will know where to find you. But I swear, after tonight, you guys are gonna love this guy just like I do.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Are you ready?
Ready. Let the people know where you at.
All right. I am Bumpity Bump. You find me on Bumpity Bump on YouTube. You can find me at Mopo Space X Bumpity Bump X. I got blogs there. You can find me on Amazon. I got 2 books for sale on Amazon. You just look up Bumpity Bump, Bumpity, Bump. Sometimes Amazon might say, "Did you mean bippity bip?" No, I meant Bumpity Bump. You got to click the Bumpity Bump again, because you know Amazon be tripping sometimes.
They do be tripping sometimes.
You know, you will see my picture. I got the red hat turned back like this, you know, on one of the books, and then I got the other one, you know, in the fight stand, because the dog next to me got an attitude. You know, me and my sister dog, we don't get along, but you know, the dog don't know I'm a bigger dog. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. That's right.
You know, I may be an old pit bull, but I'm still a pit bull.
But you still a pit bull. You still an alpha.
So
I get that.
now I just launched my website.
Tell us about the website.
Industries.com. CAANindustries.com. That's CAAN Industries.com. I ain't gonna go through spelling it, because if I spell it wrong, then I'm gonna feel stupid. So I'm saying, right? CAN, I know that one. CAANindustries.com. You can click on my books there. They will take you right to the page. You can buy my book, 30 Days of Laughter. The ebook version is 99 cents right now, all the way up until after the holidays. I got that book on sale for 99 cents. The hardback book is $5.99. The new book, Party Joke, Bumpity Bumps Party Jokes, you can get that for $2.99. The ebook version. I'm still having problems with Amazon on formatting. You know, they keep coming back saying there's a problem with the book. So the paperback version is not yet ready on that one, but that one is going to be up soon.
It's forthcoming. It's forthcoming.
And also, I'm going to have a third joke book coming out in the springtime. Look out for that. After that one, I get to talk some serious stuff.
Okay.
You know the story about how my wife was murdered, and I went after them dudes. I'm writing that down. I can do the intro for you later on if you like. You know, give you the intro to that book so you can see, you can really feel where I'm coming from on that. That's going to be, and then after that, I get to have some fun with it. And all this, by the way, in case y'all did not know, Reno was the one that set all this up.
Oh, don't tell me. Don't
put
tell.
all this, I'm going to put you on blast.
No.
Reno came up to me one day, because we used to work together just like this, side by side.
That's
reading,
right.
You know, making, holding the meetings is what we used to do. So Reno was like, wow, you know, this blog, these jokes. I want this book done on this day. And I'm like, well, what book you talking about? She said, the book you gonna write. Reno said, the book you gonna write, I want it done on this day, because I am going to be on somebody's radio show, and I need to promote your book.
That's right.
Did I have that book ready for you?
Yes, indeed, sir.
Yes,
and that's what I'm talking about.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about.
So the last book, well, not the last book, the fifth book, which, by the way, my first book finished, my second book finished, my fourth book will be done in maybe another month or so. I'm already starting my fifth book. I haven't even thought about the third book yet.
But you make a good point. That's what I want to say. And since you brought it up,
go ahead.
Since you brought it up, right?
Go for it.
Now I got to tell it. I wasn't going to say anything, but since you brought it up, right? And I told you I'm honest. So Bub and I came up in the same process at the same time. I was new, right? And once I started clearing my mind, he's absolutely right. I started getting my leadership started coming back. Yeah. But what also came back was my knack for talent that God gave me, right? This man is hilarious. And we talk about the 30 Days of Laughter book. That book was developed while we were in program together.
Right.
And what happened was I was guinea pigging. The leadership program, and you know all about it, the peer leadership program that we had during our recovery process. It's called Grow Now. And what we did with that was we developed this peer leadership program, and we utilized the skills that we had, and inch by inch we kept going, and we supported each other the whole time. And so while we were doing this and going through and fighting our demons together like soldiers back to back and shit, right? This book of jokes just came out. It was produced through the struggle. Right. Because even in your tragedies, you need something to laugh at.
You need to laugh, and that's my whole purpose in my whole comedy career, is that if I can have everybody laughing with me, then guess who's also laughing? I'm not miserable right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And all comics that I know or that I hear say, and I've been on the comedy scene. I know Teray personally, Kevin Hart, and I used to go to community college together. But I don't want to, I've been around for a long time, and I don't want to be throwing out names and act like I'm somebody. I just know like
you don't put your age out.
Right. That's another thing. Look, it's right here. Give it away.
Right. We done already gave it.
Yeah. See, that's why you cut yours off.
Yeah, I cut it off. You can't see. You see a little bit here. You see a little bit, but I even keep that closer.
Oh man, listen. Let me tell you, man. You guys, I want to share this story because, to be honest with you, like everything you're doing right now, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Your spoken word stuff. Now, I love the book. First, let's talk about the book first.
Okay.
I love 30 Days of Laughter.
30 Days of Laughter.
I love it because it in a time when it was dark, you kept me laughing, man. You kept me not thinking about the craziness that was going on with where I was in my life, in the darkest time of my life. Right? It motivated you, and it motivated me to keep going.
Remember the day somebody was offended by one of my jokes? I intentionally came back the next day saying I did not mean to offend the one person. What I meant to do was offend every damn body, and then proceeded to offend every damn. That's even in the book. That's in the 30 Days of Laughter. That's in the 30 Days of Laughter. That's in the book. But I want to give you the first joke in my second book. You didn't hear this one. You'd heard a lot of my comedy. You have not heard this one.
I want to hear it.
I want to give you.
I want to hear it.
The parable. This is a parable. Now you remember that famous book, the Bible, I think it was called, and there was this famous dude in there named Jesus, and he used to do parables.
Yeah, he did.
That's me right now.
That's you right now.
I'm gonna give you the parable.
Insane.
This is the parable of the chicken and the mule. All right? Come on. This is the parable of the chicken and the mule. Now, the chicken and the mule were a couple, and they wanted to walk in the farm, holding hands. Well, it's more like her wing and his tail, but they're walking and they holding hands. All right. So now, the mule slips into the marsh, feet stuck, tail wagging, can't get out. Chicken panics. Oh my God, my book. She takes off running. She's looking for the farmer. Farmer nowhere to be found. But his Mercedes is there. True story, swear to God. Chicken jumps into the Mercedes, drives the Mercedes to the barn, goes in the barn, get the rope, jump back in the Mercedes, drive, true story, swear to God, you want to see, follow me, drive the Mercedes back to where the mule is, ties the rope to the Mercedes, throw the other end, boom, bite the rope. He bite the rope. She gets in the Mercedes, pulls up, little by little, she saves her boo. She's like, thank you, baby, you saved my life, right? Well, he's like, thank you, baby, you saved my life, right? So now, the next day, they're a couple. They want to sneak off into the farm, you know, they're a little freak on. All right, so now, what I'm saying is, the chicken got stuck in this big mud hole. Feet stuck, wings flapping. Mule didn't panic though. Mule gets up on his hind leg, stretches over the hole, comes down on the other side and said, boo! Grab my thingy. Pull yourself up. Chicken grabs his thing, pulls herself up. Now, boo, you saved my life. Now, I did tell you this was a parable.
Yes.
The moral of the story is, as long as you hung like a mule, you don't need a Mercedes to pick up chicks. I'm saying, true story, swear to God. True story, swear to God. That's the first joke in my second book. Check it out, y'all. Bumpity Bum Party Jokes. It's got crazy stuff in it. That was the first one. It's insane. It's insane.
Yeah.
You're gonna love it. And I mean, they know icebreakers. You know, you in a place and people say something funny. I got tons of funny stuff that people get, and it's easy to remember. They not no long drawn out. Some of them are longer than others. Right. But you know, that one was the longer one. But I gave you the stage version of that one, not the book version.
And I appreciate that. You know, I got sometimes you got little kids. That's your man, I swear you are the funniest.
You don't see it coming. You don't see that one coming. I tell you, it's a true story. Swear to God. Mercedes chick jumps into the Mercedes. A true story. Swear to God. All you have to do is follow me to end.
Y'all guys gotta get with this dude, right? And follow him on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube,
Bumpity Bump, all of them.
Listen, you can't beat a laugh for $1. A book of laughs for $1, you cannot beat that.
Oh, and I got mama jokes.
I know you got mama jokes. I know you got mama jokes.
I'm gonna give y'all one for free. Go
ahead.
Your mama so dumb. She stuck her phone up her ass talking about she was making a booty call. That's it. That's all. I ain't gonna give him too many. I'm saying. And if you go to my website, I don't have much comedy posted on there yet because I just put all these things together. You know, God has put me in this path to get all these things. And let me tell you something. How is it that you go around praying for a car and don't even have a driver's license? You gotta be prepared for these blessings. You understand what I'm saying? You said quick, right? I might have.
No.
By a few people. Not you. No, I know you quick like that.
My cars are good.
But I'm saying, how you gonna pray for a car and ain't even got a driver? You sitting out there, but God, I asked for a car. You ain't getting none of the preparations to accept these blessings, to receive these blessings.
See, and that's exactly why.
This is what we do.
This is what we do.
We've been preparing. Luck is when opportunity meets preparation.
That's right.
And we are definitely prepared for the opportunities that are coming because we put the footwork in. You put a lot of footwork in.
Absolutely.
God bless you, Reno. I love you. I love you for real. I love you.
I love you
know what
too,
I'm saying?
man.
I appreciate you. All right, so come on.
Listen, y'all. I just want to say, this guy, we're just working off of pure chemistry here. Right?
Pretty much.
And you talk about preparation and everything. That's exactly what I'm saying. Like, you trusted me, first of all. That's why I love you. Because you trusted me enough to say, all right, let me see what this crazy motherfucker talking about. Right? And we worked together, and look, we both have achieved our goals, and it's just the beginning.
Right.
Just like you said, we did the preparation, and now who knows where God is going to take us, right? And so I'm amazed. I'm happy for you. I'm proud of you. I'm just like everything, man. And I'm grateful for you because without your trust, you believing in me, I wouldn't have believed in myself.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right. And a lot of times I didn't believe it. I just believed that you believed. And said, well, if Reno believes it, it got to be true. But there was times where I had really doubted myself. I've seen that commercial on TV. It was Queen Latifah said, sometimes you doubted yourself. And that made me stop and look because it's true. Sometimes I doubted myself and had to believe that other people believed. And you always believe too. So we doing it up. I love it. And I love this setting.
That's what's up, man.
I wish my phone. You see, I got the new phone. It ain't the super.
You don't know how it works. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna send this job. So while we gonna do what I do is I talk about my sponsor stuff real quick. Give you a chance to drink some of that Stark water, and that water is delicious. That's my sponsor, Stark Water, right there. That's right. Oh, they my group already know. They already know. Stark Water
is gonna be watching this. I'm gonna put this on my thing so my people can see it.
Yeah, Stark Water. That's right. Business Sandbox 9462 on Instagram, Facebook, and all your other social medias. That water is delicious. It's crisp and it's cool. But while Bumpy gets his breath, right? Because he's gonna be cracking jokes all day. Like I'm gonna be sitting there, all y'all gonna hear me doing is laughing. So I want to talk about.
I got some poetry for you.
You need that. I'm telling you, it's like a script, but it's really not, right? So this book right here, Distractions of the Heart, my guest from last week, Alicia Marie, y'all know, Big Red on Alicia Big Red on Facebook. Y'all hit her up right here. Get her book. Listen, I started reading the first poem inside it. It's 2 pages, right? And I didn't know if it was erotica or what. The first one. So now I have to read the rest of them in private. I was reading in front of my daughter. I got to read the rest of them in private because that's like straight from the gate. She was like, I was like, ooh, that's a little. hot. That's a little hot. So if y'all don't have it now, go out and get it. Alicia Big Red on Facebook. I don't know what she is on Instagram, but y'all check it out. Distractions of the Heart, and it is a sizzler. I'm gonna tell you that. Also, matter of fact, here it is right here.
Oh, that's it right
This is it right here, yeah. And she autographed it for me at the business launch, right? One of the prestige network providers, okay? Because she's a therapist. And over there at her company, Minor Inspirations LLC, we got individual, family, couples, and group therapy. A lot of us, as far as African, black, and brown people, like to sleep on therapy. Therapy is very important. Okay, we don't even know we need therapy, and we try to, disengage with therapy and say we don't need it, even though all the statistics say that black and brown people are predominantly oppressed in this country just by the color of our skin. So what you mean you don't need to go talk to somebody about that? And you gotta, in order to be professional, you gotta take some stuff, but don't mean we cope in other ways.
Right.
So let's talk about it. Okay,
Right.
depression, and we had a show on depression last week.
And
all those
anxiety,
other anxiety.
I go to therapy for both.
These are things that
Depression
we can talk these away.
Yeah.
So you come and see Alicia Minor. She's one of us. She's one of yours. And her office hours. Her office number is 267-571-1954. You can look up her website, minorinspirationsllc.org, or you can just hit her up on Facebook and get more information. That's my boo-boo. We all need some therapy. Also, I want you guys to pay close attention in the West Philadelphia area to the Shine Arts Alliance. The Shine Arts Alliance is a dance troupe for girls ages 6 to 18, and they're operating out of 48th and Woodland. That's another member of our Prestige Network. Is Miss Chanel Graves. She's the choreographer and the Ministry of Dance teacher or praise dance teacher. All right, and you can reach her on Facebook at Chanel Graves or chanelgraves@gmail.com, or you can hit her up right here and use my website and get the link to her. Also, for improvisation, exploring improvisation, how to grow up and be a comic.
Oh, yeah.
How to perform in front of people.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get our kids involved in this. Age group starting from 6 to 12.
Okay.
The location is Johnson Playground, 48th and Woodland. So that's on every Monday and Friday from 5:30 to 6. All right, and the dances are every Tuesday. Yeah, you got to teach them young. You got to.
Got to give them something to do.
Got to give them something to do. And that is the right age at the right time. You got class clowns, you want to be a clown and everything. Learn how to do it the right way where you can make you some money.
Right. There
you know what I
Right.
mean? Learn how to
Ain't
do it.
nothing wrong with the class clown.
Nothing wrong with it at all.
Just grow up and be famous.
And make money with it.
And then help out the neighborhood, help other kids.
That's right. That's right. You gotta be able. You gotta have your math, and you gotta know your English in order to be able to adapt and make jokes where everybody can understand.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
So it's a skill, and you need it.
And you need that. Count your money and go to the bank because
Absolutely, gotta count your money.
You don't know how much money you got. I mean, you can give me a 50, and I can give you $12 back and say I gave you 48.
Right. That's why you think so many rappers don't got no money now.
That's
They
right.
left it all up to
That's
their accountants and couldn't pay their own bills and understand their own money. So thirdly,
I want to get a copy of those.
Yeah, you can have a copy.
If I can have those.
No, you have these, yeah.
All right.
You want this too?
Yeah. Let me get these because.
You can have that. I got more.
Choreographer. I was working on a play at the church that I frequent, and I wanted to incorporate dance into it. But I don't know anybody who knows how to.
Oh well, now you do.
Yeah, because
now you do.
I can't. You see, I can barely walk up the stairs.
But we can point. Because I can't dance either. I
can't show y'all do no moves. That's just crazy.
We can point.
If I get on the dance floor, you better have 911 on speed dial.
That sounds like me.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, you good.
Come on.
Also, I want to thank Long Stark Water. I want to thank the Nicetown Community Development Center. I'm going to let you guys know when our day is going to be up there. I think we're going to have Fridays during the daytime. We're working that out with the schedule up there. What days we're going to start programming and operating out of there. But you also know that every other Saturday, the first and third Saturdays, and in this case, the 5th in the month of December, we got 5 Saturdays. So we'll be back at the Martin Luther King Center, 2101 Cecil B. Moore. We'll be back up there on the 29th from 12 to 4. Now, that's the House of Prestige. And what I want you guys to understand, the House of Prestige is having our first interest meeting on the 29th. I've been talking, but this Philly versus Chicago basketball game is going to be a fundraiser. It's finally coming to fruition. Okay. We're going to kick some Chicago butt.
That's right.
All right? We got Stark Water that's going to provide us with socks, water, and give us that extra strength that we need. Mm-hmm. The Martin Luther King Center giving us a practice facility. You know I play ball. Y'all play ball. So let's get together and let's put a team together so we can kick Chicago butt. All proceeds for the tickets and all of that go to charity. And also we're going to sponsor the little girls and the little basketball team. Alicia's daughter plays for Jay-Zoo. So we're going to sponsor their basketball team and, make some donations to the girls that don't. I went through that when I was playing ball. My mom couldn't afford my sneaks and everything that I needed all the time. So we're going to sponsor a couple of, girls on the basketball team that need some help. That's what we're going to do, man. We got to invest in these girls. We go all out for the boys in basketball. Let's
if you
go
put
for the
me on
girls
a basketball court, 911, speed dial.
But we're going to put you in the wheel.
You better have an ambulance at the other basket for me. You know what I mean? I get run down there. I'll do the layup. Just lay me right down.
We're going to put you in the Special Olympics. Put you in the Special Olympics. That's what we're going to do. I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah,
all right, y'all.
What about your book? Yeah, put your book out there.
My book,
I know they seen it, but I'm, like I said, I'm going to be putting this on mine.
Oh, that's right.
I want your book. I want them to know where to get your book.
So, also on Amazon, Making Mr. Right. All right? Volume 1, because Volume 2 is forthwith. It's forthcoming. But Making Mr. Right, Volume 1, Memoirs of a Black Female to Male Transsexual. Now, we're going to get a little bit political. I know we're going to have fun, but we're going to get a little bit political because the thing about my program and what my mission is, what our mission is, I can't say my anymore. It's our mission because I have some wonderful partners and people that are trying to believe in the mission and helping us along. And Steve Pena from the Southwest New Stop Recovery and Education Center has been a big supporter of that. Okay. So he, along with Mr. Dane Coffer over there at Nicetown CDC and Miss Nihal Idris over there at Nicetown CDC, along with Councilwoman Cindy Bass, up there on that Germantown Avenue corridor.
Right.
So what we're doing is we're gonna this very program that you and I went through together that created our books and our careers and our ability to talk and utilize our skills. That very same program we're gonna teach that program out of the Germantown Avenue location, Nicetown Community Development Center.
Nice. Not to mention, gave us back our mental faculties because, we were a little burnt out and all over the damn place when we first came in.
That's absolutely true.
And that, help people put their minds together. I made an analogy, it's about the, and I don't want to get all, biblical and all that, but, there is a passage in, Ezekiel and the Valley of Bones, and God asked this guy, can these bones be brought back to life? And he said, well, you know better than I do. And so God showed him that the bones can be brought back to life. We are the bones that were in that valley. We were literally spiritually dead in what we was doing. Absolutely. And this power brought us back. Some people call it different things, but this power brought us back. And so, in having that trust, we got our heads back together in order so that we can do this. And then now, like you said, we're saying we're in full circle right now. The preparations, the steps we had to take to get to where we at. And we're still stepping. And
that's the part that amazes me the most. I speak very candidly about my recovery process, and the fact that you're here is it's true. You're proving what I'm saying. Like they hear me and they hear me say all the time, blah, 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 me, but they don't realize it's other people that was in the same situation. That came up with
worse. You know, some people had it worse.
Right.
You know, some people better, some people worse, and
So I'm really glad to hear it. And you brought it up, and I'm a piggyback off of it, right? Because one of the essential pieces to that program and believing in yourself again and getting your mental faculties back and everything else slowly coming back together. But you have to have a spiritual relationship, right?
Right.
Now I'm not going to get into who calls what people call their higher power.
Right,
I just say higher power. Everybody knows who my higher power is, but everybody has one. Whether you know you have it or not, you have one. So it's very important that once you make that connection with your higher power, your world literally changes because your mind has changed, right? And all of a sudden, you look back and like, I did that? For real? That was me? What was I thinking?
Right. And that's just it. We weren't thinking at all.
We weren't thinking at all.
We were on autopilot. We were
robotic.
Right.
We were being controlled and cloned.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But you can't break out of it.
We were puppets. We had to cut the strings.
Absolutely.
We had to cut the strings. Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, when I was on a bus recently, and I mentioned this to my audience, right?
Right.
The gentleman on the bus was passing this out.
What is that?
Now, this is a religious piece. He was passing out this information on the bus, and I was happy. I was on my way to pick up my truck. I was out without it for 2 weeks. Drove me crazy.
Oh wow!
But I went to go get it, and the young man was passing this out. Everybody's interpretation of who Jesus is and all that.
Okay.
But this is the part right here, because in this account, he gave out the information of what the 12 tribes of Israel, who that group of people would be today.
Oh, nice.
Right? And trying to equate it. Now, these type of things, for the most part, I'm privileged. I knew a lot of this stuff that's in here because a lot of it is history and actual fact, and I'm a history buff. So, I kind of was familiar with this information. But just because I was, doesn't mean that everybody else is.
Right.
So I just want to touch this since we brought it up, how spirituality is important and we got to make a connection. And it is, the holiday season and the celebration of spirits and, Christ, and Kwanzaa's coming up, and, so I want to get into that just a little bit, guys. So bear with me. So the information that the young man put out, and it is factual, right? And you can find this information on YouTube at capital IUIC Philadelphia. All right, that's Israel United in Christ. But the information that I just want to touch really quick is the 12 tribes of Israel today. In this information, the young man points out that the tribes of Judah, and you hear this all the time, if you go to church regularly or if you're familiar with people that frequent religious churches or have a organized church that they go to, you'll hear them talk about the tribes of Judah. You'll hear it in the Bible and all of that. So who they're talking about are Negroes, right? So Judah are the Negroes. The tribe of Judah are the Negroes. The tribe of Benjamin are the West Indians. My grandmother's a West Indian. Mm-hmm. West Indian coming from that part of Africa, southwestern part of Africa. Anyway, we'll get to the geography another time. Right, the west coast the west coast of Africa.
Right.
The tribe of Levi are the Haitians. The Haitians, the tribe of Levi, the Levi priesthood were supposed to be sanctified. That's a sanctified tribe. They were the priests. They were the closest to the spirituality.
Okay.
The spiritual. That's what they said.
That explains a lot.
The tribes of Ephraim are Puerto Ricans.
Okay.
And
Boricua's in the house.
Boricuas. That's right. And here you come with the Spanish-speaking region.
Right.
So Ephraim are the Puerto Ricans, Manasseh are the Cubans, and Simeon are the Dominicans. All right. Now we get into the Native Americans. Reuben, the Seminole Indians. The tribe of Gad are the North American Indians. The tribes of Naphtali are Argentina and Chile. The tribes of Zebulun are Guatemala to Panama. The tribes of Asher from Colombia to Uruguay. And the tribes of Issachar are the Mexican Indians. And the reason why I bring all of this up right now, especially with all that's going on with our current president and his problem with all of us dark-skinned, brown, and black people, if you equate, and you might hear some people say,
and wait, but let me stop you though. He is a construction person, and his construction business made all those millions off of the backs of the brown, black, the colored people.
Right.
And now he wants to keep them out.
Right.
Son.
But if
Yeah.
you think of it from a spiritual perspective, right? Look at what is happening.
Go ahead.
The enemy of the chosen tribes of
Right.
Israel
Right.
wants to keep them enslaved. It's like going back to the times of the pharaohs and the Israelites when the king, even though the pharaohs were black and everything, but when we were slaved and in bondage and had no rights and all of that before we were liberated. That's what this guy is trying to do. So for those of us that I had this but we had this discussion when I was speaking with some of my Christian friends, and we were just having a discussion, eating some grub and talking, and they see it as prophecy being fulfilled. Because they said the Antichrist is coming,
Right. Oh, yeah.
and he's
Oh,
going to try to attack all of the Israelites.
Right,
And
right.
if we talk about all of the Israelites, we're talking about all of us.
All of us, pretty much. Yeah.
All of us.
Yeah. They're all the people of color.
All the people of color.
Right,
all
right,
of the
right.
people of color.
Right. Yeah. That's deep. That's deep.
Isn't it though?
That's too deep for some people. This is not for everybody.
Right.
This is not for everybody.
I mean,
some people will argue this point. Now, let me tell you. I go to 2 churches every week.
Damn, you got a lot of
I
time.
go every Sunday. I go to 2 churches every Sunday. The one is my mom's church. And the reason why I go there is because if I don't see my mother and my sister and my brother-in-law, my nieces and my nephews, if I don't get to see them all week, I know I'm going to see them there.
Okay.
I go sit in my mom's section and we take up the whole pew. And, it's a beautiful thing. We come show support for mom. My mother's getting a little older now. She's in her 70s. And, she just had a birthday.
Okay.
And so, I do that to show support. Then I make this other one. This other place, my sister who is ministering now, you've seen the clip I sent you.
Yeah.
My sister who is ministering now for her church, my mom's church, I told her, you were in your calling way before you knew it, because you were the one that sent me to the church that I still go to almost 15 years ago.
Right.
And she gave me a little flyer of this open mic. And I've been going there ever since. And the funny thing about that is I'm not even a Christian.
Really?
I do not have a traditional religious belief. What I have is an understanding. See, people live, die, and kill for beliefs. Because this is a belief. You can't tell me otherwise. You can show them you are 100, everybody, it's wrong. And they will live, die, and kill because it's a belief.
Right.
So I don't have that. I have it with an understanding. My situation is I think they're all wrong. I think they're all right.
Okay.
What you need to do is find the common ground, because there's one thing that they all teach. And this is the one thing that gets us through recovery. We must be better people. God don't hate people. See, people say, these people are an abomination. God don't hate people. People hate people.
Right.
To say that these people are an abomination is to say that God made a mistake. Let me get out the way in case that lightning bolt come down. Because you're saying God makes mistakes.
Right.
The God I understand does not make mistakes.
Right.
He made everybody the way they are. We are perfectly flawed, each and every one of us.
Absolutely.
And-
I say that too.
All right, so so my beliefs, my understandings go a lot wider than most traditional. So I can go to a mosque, I can go to a synagogue, I can go to a Buddhist temple, I can go to the Christian church, and I can take away something positive from all these people. And this is what I do. This is like. So go ahead. I'm sorry. I wanted to put that out there like
we
that.
are having a
Right.
discussion.
I wanted to put that out there like that because this is deep. This people of color thing, and it's true. We have been the ones that have been chased around the planet since the beginning of time.
Yeah.
I put a lot of these stories, situations, ideologies. I put a lot of them into that 5th book that I told you I was writing.
Yeah.
The 5th book, I get to have a little fun with it. I want it to be a vampire story.
Well, I want to hear the one because in the clip that you sent me, and I couldn't hear all of it. I guess whoever was recording.
Right. Yeah, it was distant. It was far away.
Yeah, he was away. So I wanted to ask you if you don't mind. I don't want to put you on the spot.
Right.
But I do. I mean, because there's 2 of them.
Right.
The first one that you sent me was about the guy requested you to do the piece on Babylon.
But
the second one that you sent me that I absolutely I got chills listening to that one. The lived
EHT.
Lived EHE.
Right. I can do them both for you. Yeah, and if you can find those on my website at conindustry.com. Scroll down because this is a website where products and stuff like that will be sold.
That's right.
But the contracts are not signed yet. I'm still in talk with business partners and.
Don't tell your business. Don't tell your business.
So what we're doing is I do have that. The bumpity bump thing happening there also. So go on there, conindustry.com, and you can see the poems. But I will do one if you don't mind.
No, I want you to.
I can do all of them. I want time, right?
I want you to do because we're on the subject. I want you to do the Babylon one, and then I do want you to do lived EHT. I definitely want to do that, but I'm gonna try to get a commercial in.
Oh yeah, do that
for Stark Waters, and then when we come back from the commercial, then you go ahead on and you hit it up.
Get that.
And listen, you guys, 215-921-5567. 215-921-5567. Call in if you want to talk to Bumpy, ask him some questions about how to get in the game or something that you might hear, or if you have purchased his book, right? How can you get more copies? I started a campaign. I want people to buy your book and send copies to their loved ones behind closed doors. To give them some laughter. To give the laughter is everything. So I'm really serious about that.
Thing for the Christmas. It won't get to the door in time now.
It don't even matter. It don't even matter. Just get them and get them to them. Yeah.
And they're good for, how we have our morning readings and morning meditations.
Yeah.
Why not start the day off with a laugh?
Why not?
You know what I mean?
Why
it will
not?
lighten up your day. You know what's funny? Lots of shit. Lighten the fuck up. Lighten the fuck up.
Yes,
a lot of shit is funny.
A lot of shit is funny. Absolutely.
All right,
so Philly, if we could get that Philly, can we get that Star commercial? Or maybe not.
We keep going.
All right, I mean, yeah, we really can't. We can't keep going. And we'll get the commercial afterwards. So first, y'all, listen. 215-921-5567. That's the number to call into the radio station. And if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, anything to say to Bumpy, give us a call, or me, give us a call in. But right now, I want y'all to hear this piece. It's called Babylon. Go ahead.
Okay, here we go. Babylon. Paradox and darkness. They blasted jail tales and prophecies of dark seas, death from above and kids from under siege. Intravenous, discussed by those that smoke black dust, the crack lust, shit, they got us playing us against us. Fire from the sky, designed to make whole nations die. We sit and wonder why. Interracial segregation, that's like Earth and Moon meet the sun, phasers, pressure, laser blazes. Yo, these motherfuckers been playing with sky guns. Enter the medieval alliance, the silent violence, the sounds of rage spark riots. Ice pick, steel blade, shotgun chambers. They shatter illusions of substance, danger. Coastal assassin grip the pistol pack in post-nuclear landscapes, blasted black barons. Mystic and cryptic, violent existence, unrelented riches, even kids is cold, vicious. Twisted shadow, terror, funhouse mirrors, distorted figures. Trigger blast them up tight niggas. The luminous lacework, the fire, the crematorium, spastic riddles, infrared dot pistols. Babylon. Damn. That's crazy, man. Ooh, that puts you in a whole different frame of mind right there. I'm serious.
Yo, but that's so real, though.
Yeah.
That is so real.
And I don't write, and it's funny, I don't write when I'm happy. You know, even my comedy is written out of pain and misery. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And so, you know, I have that, you know, I was going through something, I wrote that. The Live DHT, I was so angry. And I was writing a letter. I was writing a letter to some prison official because I was angry at something that was happening in the prison. And I was looking up this one word I couldn't remember. And it's funny because I had the dictionary pretty much memorized at the time. I mean, what else was I doing? I'm doing 15 years in prison. I read the dictionary. I know all the words. But for that one word eluded me, and I opened up the dictionary. I remember that word started with the letter D.
That's right.
And when I opened up the dictionary to that D section, all these D words just leaped out at the page at me. They was just, you know how they, you see it, in the TV, and it was doing that to me. And so I wrote it. I forgot about the letter. I put that aside and sat down and wrote Live the EHT in the one sentence. Can I just go right into it?
You know what? I want to do the commercial. Listen. First, Babylon, I love.
Well, I already gave them setup now. So
right.
They listen to the edge of the seat.
Yeah, right. That's right. So we're gonna keep cliffhanging, right? And we're gonna let my sponsor live, right? And play the Starkwater commercial real quick, and let my sponsor live real quick. Yeah, I mean, yeah, right there. Yeah, that delicious elixir. Yes, and then while they lusting over the D, you know what I mean? I'm gonna switch this out because this right here. Well, you know what? I'm gonna just leave that playing. I just wanted to make sure everybody. I'm recording us right here, but we on live right here, so I wanted to make sure we get the whole show first of all, so that I can send you the whole thing, and then you can get your people
because we still gonna be talking while y'all doing it.
Yeah, while the commercial going on.
Still gonna be.
As soon as we get that commercial up, we got Starkwater got socks and everything, man. We can make these big things to Starkwater break. But yeah, I want them to really to get into Live
EHT.
Yeah.
Really deep. It's deep because that's how I was feeling at the time, and so that's.
But you can tell, and the way that you deliver it, right? I love it.
Well, we do the commercial.
Can we get that commercial, please?
Are we in there?
Energy drink.
Thank you.
All right, Live EHT.
Energy drink that can have you up and get your body performing at its max capacity. The search is over. Stark Energy is here. Whether you're an athlete,
why they call me
teacher,
Bumpity
business person, or
why they call
if
me
you're looking for a
Bumpity
healthy edge to get you through the daily grind, come experience the Stark difference.
No, it's not big and fat. It's more like it's green and pimply.
703-8190. Email businesssandbox9461.
Oh wait, we still recording.
Business Sandbox
We're gonna do this for you people. We're gonna do it for you people. They're gonna like it. They're gonna like it.
You are
What else we
so
gonna do?
thank you for
All right,
that.
Janet?
Thank you.
All right.
I want to make sure y'all interested in
That was good though.
if y'all interested in getting some Stark socks, y'all gotta hit me up, right? Y'all gotta hit me up on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and what's the other one I got? And Twitter, right? And hit us up for some Stark water. We also got Stark socks. This is the fundraiser for the Jesu girls basketball team. So y'all can hit us up, put them orders in, and we're gonna support the Jesu girls basketball team. With Stark International helping us out. All right, so this is. We put the setup up there.
Right.
Right now, y'all salivating at the mouth, right? For this joint right here. This joint is so deep. Pay attention. Now, and before you say this is what we talk about: jokes, we talk about poetry, we talk about spoken word, we talk about writing. These are 4 different genres, all with the English. So if you pay attention to school and you pay attention to just English, you can be a creative writer on any level.
Right.
That's the education.
But you gotta know math too. You gotta
be able to count.
You don't know your math. Come to my store with $100. I got your change.
I know that's
all right. No, we're gonna do
live.
DHT. Okay, so let me set this live DHT up. I already gave you the build up to it. But okay, so you take the word lived, EHT, and you write it down on a piece of paper. Right? Live the EHT. Then you take that paper and you turn it around and look at it in the light. It says the devil. And that's exactly how I was feeling at the time. This is his story told from his point of view. All in D words. Destitute, disgraced, a life lived devoid, despondent, detested, deconstructed, destroyed, derived from a despicable despot. I'm destined to be dexterously diabolic, indeed a new dimension. Left desolate, derelict, derided into despair, dissension despite the desire for truth or dare, detoxified, detracted, indoctrinated by the diocese, a disbarred disciple, disciplined in diplomacy, deinstitutionalized in vain, defaced, defamed, defiled, deflated, deformed, and denamed, a demagogic deity delectably deposed, deliriously demented, deplaned, and deposed. Deal with diligence, the dirt will sing the dirge. Between device and devious, devastation will surge. Danger, a decadence you may decode, declassate, depreciated, depraved, and deposed. So desist your delve to dilute, it's just a game. You got to dig deep into the title to divulge the unholy name. Then I signed it, Louis D. Cipher. Lucifer. That was some crazy shit, ain't it? I'm saying.
Woo! Listen. Wait, I got chills. Yo. And I'm going to tell you something. Your performance of that is awesome. I love the pronunciation and the emphasis on D. All of that just from the D. And I'm imagining as you're speaking, I'm imagining the words popping out at you in succession.
That's exactly what they did.
Because I'm listening to what they are. And in succession, they just pop. And I'm like, damn.
Yeah, they did that. They did. And I never did send a letter out. Because by the time I was finished with this, I felt better. I said, okay, you know what? There was this prayer that we know. God, grant me the serenity. I can't change this fool. And the way they do what they do. What I can change is how I react to this fool.
That's right.
And the way they do their thing. So, grant me,
the serenity.
The serenity to know the difference between, walking away with my hands in my pocket or being carried out in handcuffs.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you don't want to be carried out in handcuffs.
Yeah, come on. Listen, because that was hot, man. That was hot. We were told that we have a live call. Carla, you on the air, Controversy with Reno Prestige, and my guest right here, Mr. Bumpity Bump.
Bumpity Bump.
How can we help you tonight, baby?
Hello.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
What's going on?
Who am I speaking with? Who is this?
Oh, this is Erica Sonnet, Word of Mouth Chicago.
Hey, what's going on, Erica Sonnet, Word of Mouth Chicago? How you doing, Mama? How was your stay in Philadelphia?
I think y'all waking up.
How was your stay in Philadelphia this past weekend?
Oh my God, Philly was awesome. I really get to see the sights too much yet, but I had a really good time.
I'm glad you had a good time. I'm glad you had a good time.
Yes, I did.
So you got a question or a comment you want to let us help you?
I got two comments actually. I have two comments. Okay, first of all, for your guest, that poem right there just gave me chills. Liz P-E-T-E-H-T, that's hot. I like that. That is hot. I was like, I felt all of it.
Thank you. I got another one coming that it's very, very intense.
So the second reason I called is because, I'm hearing things about Philly crushing Chicago in the basketball game, I just want to clear the lies up.
The lies.
Come on.
Yeah, that's a dream. That's not gonna happen. Chicago. We got this.
Wait.
Oh.
We got this.
Did she just diss the Philly team?
No, she said that Chicago got this. I don't know what she
that's what I just. She dissing the Philly team. Did she just diss? You know what? We love you though, but we don't like you. We still love you.
We still land already. Come on now, my team is dope. So
your team is dope. They better be.
Well, we gonna find out.
We definitely gonna find out.
They say the proof is in the pudding. I don't think we can say that anymore with the situation the ball going through.
Whatever y'all gotta do, you know what I'm saying? So, to keep up.
That's okay, but I'm gonna tell you what. I really, Erica is the woman the head woman in charge over there in Chicago. Word of Mouth Chicago is her organization, and she does it like she's this media mogul over there. So she's helping put this whole thing together between our two states.
Beautiful.
Because we're like, as far as the United States goes, Chicago and Philadelphia, we are like. They just blackballing us.
Right,
so
we
gonna show them that we got the light.
That's right.
We're gonna start off with this friendly, competitive basketball game.
Friendly, yes, very friendly, very competitive. They got very competitive. So hey.
That's all right.
See now my basketball game might not be that good, but my trash talk game is superb.
Superb.
So let me tell you, when y'all come down to Philly, y'all better take them floaties off because this is not a kiddie pool. This is the Shark Tank. My trash talk game is superb.
That's right.
I ain't playing no ball though.
That's right.
But that's the Shark Tank.
We are definitely the Shark Tank.
Okay. All right.
Don't go with the floaties on. Let's not be We love what you're doing.
We love what you're doing over there.
I just can't have you keep talking all this shit about how Philly gonna kill Chicago and I'm not calling in defense.
Well, hey, listen, I understand you repping your city. I'm all for it. You understand? I don't have a problem with it, but they better get more backup than just you. That's all I'm saying.
Don't worry about it. Because I'm about to play this for everybody.
Okay, well, thank you for calling in, Mama.
All right.
And we'll
hey, it was a pleasure.
And you don't have to watch the show.
All right.
And if you want me to come out there, Chicago, you gotta do it in the springtime. I don't like it cold. I know it's cold over there.
Chicago.
See,
Y'all
that's
be
not
having
right,
them.
because I can't be out sitting in this cold. Like,
It's right now. It's like 60-something degrees outside. They got the heat on. And, you know, they got 2 settings. They got off and hellfire. The heat's on hellfire right now. We
It's
sweating.
crazy. And when she was here recently for my business launch.
And it was
actually,
cold.
and it was raining
Oh.
the whole time. And then look, the day that she left,
The sun
The
came
sun
out.
came out.
Oh wow! See that was the Philly weather letting
See,
me know
letting
that
you know,
Chicago
go back-
ain't gonna win.
go back to
Go back to
Chicago.
Chicago. Take this L with you.
that's not good.
We
playing. It's all right.
No.
Get some snow?
Huh? What you
Did y'all
say?
get some snow?
No, we didn't get any snow. It was raining.
We didn't get no. We
No
didn't
snow,
get
it
none.
was just
We
rain.
didn't get none. No. My son said he got a little bit down in Georgia.
It's all good though. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? But alright, y'all come down here in the spring or whatever, you know, like May, April, beginning of May or something like that.
Well,
But yeah, I definitely had you come out here to Chicago and do something just on the spoken word and all that.
yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
I have new material that no one has heard
I'm gonna
yet.
have to feature you, get a feature you in my magazine too where we at. So
We can do that too.
Yeah.
We're House of Aria magazine is also an affiliate of
House of Army.
House of Aria magazine.
Yeah,
It's,
yeah.
empowerment for women. Well, for all people out there, black people, but
Oh.
yeah, primarily women. She came down here, man, and she gave me a Jill Scott. She got the Wonder Woman.
Nice.
The
I
earrings.
got this one. I call him a kid, but he's not a kid. You know, anybody. 20 years younger, 30. You know, I got kids in
I
my
don't think that's a
30s,
kid.
but I have a kid, and he's not a kid. He's grown man. But if you go into that conindustries.com, and I have a video of him. He was heartbroken, and everything that he was saying was coming off the top of his head. And it is awesome. Like, you really, really gotta check him out. Like, it was just, and we stopped the lady, and she had one of them little keyboards with a little cup with some money. We was on Sansu Street. And so I gave her some money. I said, listen, this my homie. I've known him since he was a kid. You know, he grew up in a music studio. His mom wouldn't let him go nowhere but the church, and we had a music studio. So he took the keyboard and he hit it with one hand because he had a cigarette in the other hand. I mean, tears coming down his face and everything. Talking about this woman broke his heart. Oh, you gotta hear it. It's so intense, man. This guy, this is him freestyling. Like, you can imagine what he does with something that's set and ready to be heard.
Where's that at?
This is on www.conindustries.
Check that out, Erica.
conindustries.com. Yeah, you go there, scroll down to the Bumpity Bump section. You'll see me there. You'll see I got pictures of me with the big smiley face like this.
All right, that's what's up. Thank you for your call, baby.
All right, thank you.
I'm gonna
check it out.
All right.
That's what's up. I want you to pick another one. Because I'm sure they didn't hear that. We ain't gonna do that joke.
We don't do that one. You want to do that one? We gonna flip that one around.
You know what?
No, we got it for my page.
No. Go ahead and say it. I don't know if they heard it. Because this guy
They did. It was a
multifaceted.
commercial.
We was in commercial. So we got the jokes, we got the spoken words, and we got the
music. I got music.
The music.
Right.
So let's get another joke, and I'm gonna try not to laugh.
No.
So hard.
Well, I'll tell you what. I don't want to tell them why. Well, I'll tell them why they call me Bumpity. It's not embarrassing to me. It's not. I'm gonna tell you why. They call me Bumpity Bump. First of all, like my homies asked me why they call me Bumpity Bump, and so my response to the homies is, they call me Bumpity Bump because let me see. How would I say it? You know what? I'm just gonna go out and say it. They call me Bumpity Bump because I'm hung like a pickle. Not that I'm big and fat. It's more like it's green and pimply. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to put it all out there like that. But You know what I'm saying? Listen, everybody got their problems, all right? Don't judge me right now. No, all right, no. What I wanted to do was the damn ham. That's the one I had in my head. The damn ham.
Please do the damn ham.
The damn
Please do
ham.
the damn ham.
The damn ham is about this pastor who his wife sends him to go get a pound of Virginia ham. So he goes out, he puts on his best collar, and he goes out to the market and says, Butcher, I need a pound of Virginia ham. And Butcher says, but listen, Rev, we fresh out of Virginia ham. What we got is the damn ham. And the Rev said, well, how dare you use such language in front of the holy man? And, the butcher explained to him, no, Rev, listen, it's the ham. They make it at the dam. They call it the damn ham. The Rev said, well, that makes sense. Okay, give me the damn ham. So he takes the damn ham home. He gets home with the damn ham. The wife asks him, honey, did you go to the market? Yes, I got the damn ham. well, how dare you? In the home where we raise our children. He said, no, honey, it's the ham. They make it at the dam. They call it the damn ham. She said, well, that makes sense. Give me the damn ham. So she cooks up the damn ham. Now, the damn ham's done. And, they all sitting at the table and they hold hands. And the father, he says, gracious the Lord, bless the food. And then he turns to his son. He says, hey, son, would you please pass the damn ham something? That's the spirit, Pop. Pass the fucking potatoes. That's the crazy stuff. All right, we're going to leave that one alone. We're going to leave that one alone.
That's the spirit, Pop. Pass the fucking potatoes.
We talking about the fucking damn ham. I don't know what the fuck you're talking. All right, so listen. All right, we got what did we have?
You stupid.
We had all right. We want to switch the gears on them again.
All right.
We gonna downshift down.
We gonna downshift. Wait. We gonna
We
downshift.
on overdrive right now.
Oh my God. Listen. Wait. 215. Oh my God. 215-921-5567. That's the number to call in.
Right.
Get a chance to talk to this man. Bumpity bump. Limpy pickles and all that shit.
Green and pimply. Listen.
This is our holiday show. We having a bunch of laughs right here on Controversy, y'all.
But I got I got one for the kids.
Get one for the kids.
I got one for the kids. This one you can share with the kids. But before I say this one, I got to ask: is shit a curse word in your house? Now this is a topic we need to really discuss. Is shit a curse word in your house? Because I grew up, shit wasn't a curse word in my house, especially if you had to take a shit. Like, we don't do the poo-poo and the boo-boo. No, so I would say I had to take a shit and go to the bathroom and didn't have to take a shit. I just wanted to say the word. I was 9, it was funny to me, right? So if shit is not a curse word in your household, then this one is for the kiddies. There was a bear and a rabbit, and they were taking a shit in the woods, right? And the bear turns to the rabbit and says, Mr. Rabbit, every time I take this shit, the shit sticks to my fur. How about you? The rabbit said, no, I don't have that problem. The shit don't stick to my fur. So the bear wiped his ass with the rabbit. I'm saying, it's the natural order of things. Now, see, the kids would love that. Anything with word, shit, and white ass, the kids is gonna love that. I got in trouble at my niece's school because my niece told that joke, and my sister knew it came from me. But it was, the kid, she hacked my sister's website, and she hacked my website under my sister's account. The truth finally came out, but that was after I was suspended from a school I'd never been to. I got suspended from a school I never even seen. I don't know.
Y'all can catch him on, what's the website again, man?
It's www.CAANindustries.com. Conindustries.com. I'm also on YouTube. Check the book out. The books is on the Con Industries. You can go in there and check them out.
Check them out.
And I got videos on there
You
too.
cannot get a happier time on sale now. Just $1. Just
$1. 99 cents. The first book is on sale for 99 cents all the way up until the new year. Then it's gonna go back up to $2.99. So you can, and you know, it's the ebook version. You can buy them and share them with your friends. You know, the more pages y'all read, the more I get paid. I need y'all to read some of these damn pages.
Absolutely, read some pages. Yeah, I mean, get the notes, get the
even if you not read the pages, you just flip through them.
Right?
What?
Every time you turn the page,
like you read,
help my man take care of his family. You know what I'm saying? I know that's right.
I got grandkids.
I know that's right.
Pop, I need $5.
And
like,
also,
what happened to the quarter?
Quarter.
Damn
It costs more than a quarter.
Change. We don't want nothing to jingle, pop. We want stuff that folds.
Absolutely. Also, I wish you had the Bumpity book. Listen,
I don't have
this
it.
daggone book. Let me tell you. Wait a minute. Before I even get into that, this book, his book, the cover is this face, right?
It's my face. Right.
But then on the other side, it's the baby with the sunglasses and the cigarette. Oh my God!
Hold on, let me see if I can just scroll.
That is just the funniest thing ever.
Hold on.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Wait. There it is, right
you
here.
got it?
I got it right here. Hold on.
Oh, we gotta put that up. We gotta put that up. Put
There
that
it is.
up.
Can you see it?
Can you see it?
Can
I
y'all
gotta
see
get it right here.
I
I'm
don't know if you can see
Here,
it.
put it over here too.
Put it
I gotta
over
put it
here.
over here so my guys can see it. Y'all see that?
Oh yeah, they can
Look
see
at
it on
They
that
can
one.
see that.
Oh yeah, you
Y'all
can
make
see
sure
it.
y'all
You
get
can see
that.
it.
That is hilarious.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love it. I
Oh,
love it.
yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. And then
Yo.
wait, the one, but this one,
With you and
with
the cat?
dog.
Oh,
Me
that's
and
the dog?
because
Damn,
the dog
the
got
dog
an
like a
attitude.
cat.
So, you know, me and the dog be rumbling. You know, that's my sister
Put it up there
dog.
real good.
Dog got an attitude, you know, so you see his face. Look at his
And
face.
he do look mad.
He mad.
Look
He
mad
got
as a
attitude.
motherfucker. So we got Bumpity Bump, 30 Days of Laughter, Bumpity Bumps, Party Jokes, and you got Making Mr. Right, and you also got, right there,
Yeah.
Making Mr. Right, and you also got Distractions of the
Distractions of
Heart.
the
All
Heart.
these
Check it
books
out.
are available on Amazon.com. Order yours today.
Now you said you didn't know Distractions of the Heart was a little salacious in content. It said Distractions. It sounds like a damn porno to me. It's Distraction. I don't know. Hey, my bad. No, but I want to check it out. You say it's poetry.
It is.
I
It's
want
poetry.
to. I love poetry. I do. I'm
she's
good at
good.
it.
She's
I
good.
have, but it's not.
I'm scared to open. I'm scared to
I'm not
go to the
on the
second
phone.
page because the first. I told you.
It was you didn't want to read it in front of
I didn't want to
that
read
was
it in
not
front
for the
of the
kiddies. It's not, don't read it out loud in front of the kiddies. You may confuse them.
I'm trying to tell you, we're gonna leave some of these outside in the station, at the station in the lobby right
But
now.
I wanted to switch gears. Now my the serious book, and I call it Memoirs of a Hustler, because I wasn't never a gangster. I was always a hustler. My pop, he was a gangster. My grandfather, he was a gangster. All my uncles were gangsters. I wasn't a gangster. I was more of a hustler. And, I went through the situation I went through, and I spent a lifetime in prison for it. And so I wanted to give you guys the intro to that book, and it's going to be, I'm hoping by the spring. Spring
2019?
2019
Okay.
spring, because I am having this operation soon. I'm going to be laid up. Some of y'all don't know. They're going to operate. I'm getting a major operation done, and I'm going to be laid up for a couple months. And while I'm laid up for them couple of months, I will be finishing a lot of my written works.
Okay. What kind of operation?
It's a hip replacement. And I'll tell you, and yes, I am an old ass man. I don't deny that. But what busted my hip up was I was a speed demon on a motorcycle. I've been riding these motorcycles since I was about maybe 12, 11 years old. And I was the one you would see acting a fool, stop at the red light, standing on the back peg with the wheelie all the way up and doing a slow wheelie in a circle, waiting for the light to change.
Wow.
Or I was the one you see on the highway, standing on the motorcycle with the foot on the seat, the other foot on the handlebars, giving traffic the finger at 100 miles per hour with no helmet on. I was one of them. Yeah, and I have never laid a motorcycle down on the asphalt. All the speed demon driving I did, I got hit at a red light by a drunk driver, and it was pretty much my fault. Because it was about 3-4 in the morning, and I usually just treat that red light like a stop sign because I lived right on the next block. You know what I mean? I usually just right there get up on the curb, on the sidewalk with the motorcycle and slow ride it up and park it up. So, it was a 24-hour store right there under the L on Full Ride, and there were people crossing the street. So I stopped to wait for the people. And decided, well, I might as well wait for the light.
Wow.
And the guy came and took the bike out. So now I got to have this whole, they're going to take, I was telling Reno earlier, I have all the tools for the operation at home. They're going to take a Sawzall, right? First they're going to do the sheetrock knife. They're going to cut the skin open, right? Then they're going to put the Sawzall in there. They're going to cut this one section. They're going to get the circular saw. Then they're going to cut the other section, right? Then they're going to pop the other piece in. They're going to, with the screw gun, zip, right? And then zip, pop the other piece in, right? Then they're going to get a staple gun and they're going to that, right? I got all that at home. Like, I can get Reno to do the operation. It'd probably be a little bit cheaper too. But they charging for real. They charging real money for this stuff.
Yo, this guy's crazy.
I'm saying, it's a serious thing, But I did tell you, I did see my mom.
Yeah, you
I told you I see my mom on the bus, and I was having one of them. I'm having a crisis. Let me tell you about the crisis I'm having.
I'm listening.
This is a crisis. This is some real shit. If I was to die today, who would come to my funeral, and what would they say about me? My mom would say some shit like, well, he was my son, I loved him, what can I say? I don't make no apologies for him. He was my son, I loved him. My brother would quote the Quentin Tarantino, what was that movie? I hope in death he finds the peace he couldn't find in life. You know what I'm saying? My sons would be in the back singing Drake song, motherfucker never loved us. You know what I'm saying? Like, what would my, so I'm having a crisis right now, because, we, in what we doing, we making ourselves better people.
Right.
So this is me, having a crisis because of who I used to be. You know what I mean? But that's not the case now, if it was today, I think Reno might have been there. So it'd have been 4 people instead of 3. It'd have been 4. No.
Overflow with 4.
Listen, I want to get serious for a minute.
You do? All right, hold up. Hey, Philly, we're going to do one more commercial because I got to make sure all this, my mouth is dry. I need some water.
We need some more water too.
Can I get I'm going to get another water.
Yes,
Can I get the Star Water commercial? Y'all, we be right back after this commercial break.
Looking for an energy drink that can have you up and get your body performing at its max capacity?
You're all right there, Reno.
The search is over.
Oh,
Start
man.
Energy is here.
How much time?
Whether you're an elite
Oh, wow, we still got like a half hour to go.
or retiree, if you're looking for a healthy edge to get you through the daily grind, come experience the stark difference. To order, 215-703-8190. Email businesssandbox9461@gmail.com. Web, businesssandbox.starknolimits.com.
No more water?
Yeah, we are.
Oh, okay.
I done drank it all. I ain't even gonna lie. I be drinking it.
All right, back to the Bumpity Bump show.
Back to the Bumpity.
My guest, Reno.
Hey, that's right. I be at the guest today. That's right. No, I love it. I love it, though. I love it because I just, do your thing, man.
All right, well, here we go.
It's your show today, man. I want you to promote.
All right, well, so we were talking about
You said you
Memoirs
series.
of a Hustler.
Right.
Memoirs of
Right.
a Hustler.
Right.
All right. So I wrote a poem.
Okay.
The poem led to the story. The story led to the book. The book is yet unfinished. I'm probably like maybe 300-400 pages deep into the book. I'm going to edit it down to like 250.
And then when you submit it, they're going to make you edit it again and rewrite it again.
Right. Because I have to rewrite. Then we got the format.
Right.
Forget it. I'm going to be writing this book 4 or 5 times before it's ready.
Oh, you know that.
Yeah. And that's another thing for everybody who's writers. Great writers don't. Great writing is in the rewriting.
Absolutely.
Once you wrote it down, now you gotta go back and write it over. Make it better.
Right.
Use better choices of words when you're thinking. All right, but anyway, we're not gonna go there. So,
Process.
do you want to do the poem first?
I want you to do whatever you feel more comfortable with. But you started off saying you were doing the memoirs of a hustler.
Memoirs of a Hustler.
Now, when you
the
talk
poem
about hustler,
led up to the book.
So the poem led up to the book.
Right.
And so give us the poem, man.
The poem
promote
took
everything you got going
The
on.
poem took 15 years to write.
It's not 15 years long though, right? It's not gonna take
No. It's only a few minutes long. It's 15. That's
gonna take
you know
15
what,
years to
Reno.
listen to
See,
the
that's what you get. That's what you get for hanging out with Bumpity Bump. It's just the funny just rub off on you. It rub off. You hang out with Bumpity Bump for a night, you will be at the comedy club making money.
The whole time I'm trying to tell you.
All right,
Go ahead, man.
All right, so here we go. And actually, it happened in December. It just passed. It was a cold December 3rd. I don't remember saying nothing. Pop, pop, pop was what I heard. I blinked. I closed my eyes for a fraction. Distraction. Shit, I was looking for my next course of action. They had me dead to rights. Red from fright. I was like a deer caught in the headlights. But if it wasn't for God's plan to keep me in His sights, I wouldn't be here telling you tonight. Now at the corner of my eye, I see refuge. But my feet stuck. I'm about to get lit like a set fuse. 2 Malibus. Don't ask me how I remember. I had my back to the gray one, and the other one was blue. I drew. Wait, something caught my eye. A thought to cry. All this chest, I was still caught by surprise. Not by these gunmen that was holding nines. Halfway down the block, here come my wife. Oh shit, what am I do? I ain't got my crew. The fuck out here visiting my dudes. My mind racing, computer speeds, light flashing, thinking, damn, what the fucking is happening? There's so much pain in this world. I hate this world. I had to see blood stains in her curves. My brain set to swirling. Somebody got to lead this world. Anyway. So that's what started. It took me 15. I don't like the poem anymore because it's too emotional for me.
What you mean you don't like that poem,
really,
man?
It's really emotional for me. Like my blood pressure is really high right now. I'm sweating. You know what I'm saying?
You alright? You want some tissue, bro?
Yeah, no, I'm good.
That's art,
I
man.
need some water. But
Art is life, man. Life is art, man.
right. But I'm saying, so that led it up. And then, somebody heard that and was like, wow, was that you that said, no, I don't think that was you that told me to write this book. Was you the one telling me?
I did encourage you to write.
Because I know you needed to, I remember you was telling me, this needs to be written down. And I was like, okay. And I started writing, and I actually been working on it for like 3 years now.
Good. Keep working
because
on it.
I keep going back to the beginning, and then I get to a certain. I used to get to the part where we met and stop, go back to the beginning, get back to the part. So the beginning of the book is written like 3, 4, 5
times. Yeah.
So I finally broke that plane this year. This last month I broke the plane. I said this year I'm not going to let December 3rd take me into another depression. That's why I'm saying, I'm seeking help for that. Thank God, people,
No. I'm just saying because as we are, graduated from our and in a different stage in our lives, we still have to deal with these things.
Right.
And I was telling Alicia when she came that I was dealing with a depression. It's December. It's holiday time.
Right.
I don't have neither one of my grandmothers, but my son is not with me either. And even though everything is wonderful,
How's your daughter doing?
my daughter's doing awesome.
Nice.
My daughter is her catering. She's like catering right now. Like her catering thing is
She's working right now.
going off. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And and she catered the lunch and everything. But all of this beautiful stuff is happening, man, and all I'm thinking about is my son. And so I was talking to Alicia with that about the depression, and we do that. It happens. It happens. Like it's a real thing. And the thing that I love about the fact that you and I are here together is that even if we wasn't in front of the cameras right now, and even if we weren't, we would still be having this fun and this conversation and supporting one another during a month or a time that really means it's a lot of emotion for both of us.
Right.
So, but us hanging out together, right, and supporting one another,
right.
That's what we do.
Right.
That's part of being somebody's
This started downstairs. we didn't
get upstairs,
and we was already cutting up.
And going through some more after it's time to go.
Yeah, right, pretty much. Right.
So, and speaking of time to go, it's almost about that time.
We need another commercial.
No.
Oh, it's 9:30.
It's 9:30. Yeah,
9:30.
we gonna wrap it up early.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. Usually I'll stay till 10 o'clock, but I gotta wrap it up early. Like I said, I gotta.
Well, let me kick them.
Kick everything you need to kick.
I want to kick
and kick it. Everything you need to kick. And y'all, let me let y'all know. You treated me tonight. Like being with you is my Christmas gift. You know what I mean? To myself.
It's my Christmas gift.
Because we get to hang out and laugh. And I'm so proud of you, man.
Oh man, I love you. We know, like,
So
I
proud
love
of
this,
you,
man. I
man.
miss this. Like we used to do this every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day. You know what I mean? People think I don't have friends. I got friends, but my friends is doing shit. How about that? What are your friends doing?
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
All right, so here we go. All right, so that was the poem. What was that? Oh look, am I supposed to have my back? We can't be answering the phone on live. I told my sister not to text me. I said, I'm on live radio. Now I got to turn my phone off. No, all right. So the poem was leading up to the intro to the book.
Right.
Now this is the intro to the book. Let me see.
I'm surprised at your memory. You can remember all of this shit. Like I'm looking at you flowing and you doing your thing, you doing your acting. You don't have a piece of paper.
I don't have a paper. No, I have my phone out. All I need is like the first word. If I can remember the first word, I can remember the whole book. All right. So then it starts off, and it starts off with Memoirs of a Hustler. It's I can't think of the first word right now. I gotta go in here. Hold on, wait. I'm gonna go in here and get the first word out, because that's all I need is the first word.
I'm still stuck on that D. I'm gonna look at the dictionary. A whole different platform.
There it is. Memoirs of a Hustler intro, right? And look, and to show you that I'm serious about my memorization.
Yeah.
There you go. Here, you scroll up and read. I'll do it for them right there. All right. It was cold in my prison cell. Hell, I was always cold. Damn mountain climate. It was the last day of a very long day. It started out as a nightmare. I couldn't sleep. Too much has happened. Too many things have changed. So many things left unsaid. But tomorrow, I can finally go home. Now, I never really had a fetish for knowing the time and date in prison. What the hell, where are we going? But here it is, May 11, 2012, 2:34 a.m., wide awake, dark, cold, and not a sound on cell block C. For me, it all ended December 3rd, 1993, behind the wheel well of a car, guns drawn and the sound of ricocheting bullets being deflected by my choice of fortress. I always criticize Hollywood for their blatant misconception of a shootout, where the person being fired upon hides behind the open door of a car and never gets shot. Newsflash. I have seen ordinary handgun bullets go halfway through engine blocks. So I had my back to the strongest resistance against the oncoming fire. The full width of a car, 2 wheels, and an engine block. God, not only can I remember the sight and sound clearly, I can even recall the smells. Rice and beans, chicken and pork, gunpowder and lead. How long they been shooting? 2 seconds, 2 minutes, 2 days? Time is a funny thing under the influence of adrenaline. But instinct tell me they were about to stop. So I readied my guns, steadied my guts, deep breath, hard swallow, ready to make my move. That's when I saw her. She's standing there in the open, wide-eyed, looking like a deer caught in the headlights. I stepped out into the open, not caring for life. I had to try to stop this from happening. Everything slowed down drastically. I could swear on a stack of Bibles, I saw that bullet leave the gun, follow this trajectory. Damn thing burnt my cheek. I turned as if still following that bullet, and I saw her fall. An unquenchable fire blazed in my soul. But because I zigged when I should have zagged, the life I come to love and embrace ended in a flash. And so began my nightmare. How's that? I got word, right?
Word for fucking word, yo. Word for fucking word. Not a stutter or nothing. Amazing.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I've been doing this stuff since I was a kid.
That's amazing. You are so talented, man. I always told you that, bro.
Thank you. And we're doing something. We working. You know, I got things in the work, things coming.
Where are you doing your act at? Where's that at? Where's that at?
I do 22nd Samson. There's a club out on 22nd Samson. They have an open mic. There's this new place I want to go to on, they said 15th in Spring Garden. There is an open mic there. There's another open mic every second Friday of the month on 5th in Nedro. There's the club on South Street used to be the Istanbul. No, it's across the street from the last house. Used to be the Istanbul Lounge. Now it's his and hers. That's the one we went to.
That's a nice place. I like that.
Yeah. So I painted that building like 6 times.
That's the sports. It's like the sports theme.
Yeah, that's a sport. That's a sport theme, right? But upstairs, like they have the club, the dance. They got the hookahs. They got the. I still got those pictures from that day we went. I got them in this phone.
I got a whole nother phone, and
I still got them. I saved them.
Y'all should have seen me. My throat was like, wow.
Oh wow. I bet I can pull that up. No. Don't take too long. All right, but so that's another one. I'm doing shows all over the place. There's a Baltimore Ave. There's a strip up there from like 47 to like 50 something. There's like a strip up there, and they got a whole bunch of open mic, stuff there. So I don't have dates. I'll be posting the dates on my website. Right. I'll be posting them on Bumpity Bump on Facebook. You know what I mean? When I'm ready to do a show, I post them. Let everybody know.
Send them to me, man. We're gonna link up and make sure we got each other's socials and all of that. So I can follow you and find out what you're doing and where you're going to be
I'm following you already.
Well, then there we go.
I'm already following.
And I'll make sure you get this
and for all the people who have known me for the 6 years I've been home, and y'all knew me and we hang out and we talk, and y'all still ain't buy and read my book, y'all the ones I be making fun of at the comedy club. y'all the ones I be cracking on. I just need y'all to know that. I be cracking on y'all. Be like, this boy Ray. Yeah. He ain't never even seen the cover of my book.
That's crazy. Yo, man, you funny as hell. Listen, y'all make sure y'all check him out. Bumpity Bump, www.CAAN.
No, it's Con Industries.
Con Industries.
CAAN Industries. Con Industries.
Yo, check them out, and you'll be able to catch them on my webpage. I'm gonna put you up on my website.
Yeah, do that.
So you'll be able to catch him up on a website with a link to where he's gonna be. As a matter of fact, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put you a little section on my website, and then wherever you're gonna be at, you give it to me. I put it up on the website, so everybody that follows me can follow you and come and check you out. You know what I mean?
Right, and that's come back after the operation and let y'all know.
Oh yeah, we gonna
be.
I'm gonna make sure I got some scotch tape for you.
Yeah, right. Scotch
make
tape.
Sure I got that ready for the doctor.
Couple band-aids.
There you go. I'm here. I got my rubber band and everything. I got you. I'm there. I got you. It's some fucking pasty.
Scotch tape, a staple gun. That's all we need. I got it.
Hit me up, y'all, on Facebook Live, Reno 752 on Instagram. Hit me up on Twitter. Reno Prestige 411. And of course, you know the website www.thehouseofprestige
The House of Prestige.
LLC.com. I want to thank y'all for watching us. Thank you, Bumpy, for giving us your kind of silence, man.
Thank you.
I love it. I love it.
Bye, y'all. See y'all soon.
See y'all next week, man. Peace. Yo, that was awesome.
That was fun, wasn't it?
That was fucking awesome, man.
Oh, wow.
Yo.
You know, I don't know why we ain't did this before. Like, we waited all
Yo, I
this
know you got
time.
that freaking Jeep and you was going,
Yeah. Oh, you know, I flipped that joint on the highway, man. I didn't tell them. Oh, they would have liked that story.
Oh, my
They sent the
God.
helicopter for me and everything.
Yo, really? Are you
Oh,
serious?
Yeah, man. Look, the car
Let me turn this off.
cut me off. All right.